So you were a childhood cancer survivor.
Mm-hmm.
How does kind of going through something like that shape your outlook?
It shaped everything about who I am and who I stand for. I was actually 2 when I had cancer, but it's shaped everything I have been since then. I actually was supposed to be a special needs child if I were to survive. I had a neuroblastoma and also brain disease called opsicle and myoclonus syndrome. And I just have always known that I was, like, God had saved me for a reason and that there's like a higher purpose to why I'm alive. And since I was about 12, I've done public speeches and just have really talked about my story. And I've given back since I was like 3 years old too. I've had lemonade stands and my parents hosted golf tournaments, and we've always raised money for Children's Hospital Los Angeles, which is where I was treated. And I just think it's an amazing place. They perform miracles every day, and I still do public speeches. And last year I spoke at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles Gala and spoke before over 400 people. And it's just a part of everything who I am, and that's why I give back, and that's why I think it's so important to help others, and then furthermore to help the environment.
As a leader, sometimes I feel that a challenge, particularly with the youth group, is getting the youth comfortable to speak. We're in these intimate tables where I'm the leader, and then there's a group of 9th and 10th grade students, and it's a Wednesday evening, and they're a little bit more introverted sometimes. So it's sometimes challenging to get them open and excited to start speaking, but once you break that barrier and they're willing to share, then that's when it becomes interesting and exciting. But overcoming that barrier is sometimes a challenge.
My interest in science has really started at a really young age. When I was little, I used to take apart different things around the house, like telephones or alarm clocks, just different things, and that really got me interested in just figuring out how things work. And I've been working at UCLA doing research since the summer before my freshman year in high school. I've basically done a different research project every year. My first year I worked on biomolecule delivery. I've also worked on looking at the impact of different protein inhibitors on the cytoskeleton, finding optimal drug cocktails, so basically very efficient drug treatments for breast cancer. And my most recent project was in chemistry and nanomaterials, looking at complex pattern self-organization. I've used this research to present at an international conference last January, as well as competing in science fair at the county, state, and international levels.
Being president was definitely something that, I don't know, I've been in ASB student government ever since my days in elementary school. It's always something I've been motivated to, knowing that I'm making a difference in the school, whether it's big or small. And my sophomore year I decided to join the student government at our school, and I loved it. I loved it so much that I decided, okay, take it to the next level, run for student body president, and I did, and I won. And it was quite a daunting experience, you know, being up there and trying to run the school or run the class and everything, and, you know, planning school activities and whatnot. But it was something that I'm really passionate about and I really enjoyed doing.
When I was a freshman, I went on my first medical mission to Sierra Leone, Africa, with a group that was based out of my church that does medical missions, where we run a free clinic and just invite people from the community to come in and treat them, and then we invite them to church services that night, and we partner with a local church.
This year I was actually the president of Key Club, and I was the former secretary. In the past, our club was kind of not very active, so this year my big goal was to make our club active and to make everyone excited about service. So what we did this year was we started a gift wrapping fundraiser where we gift wrapped for teachers and faculty members at our school.
For my school newspaper, I still am, the news editor. Co-news editor, actually, which is a really big job, especially because news is the one section of the paper where you have to be on top of everything all the time, because you never know when something is going to break and when you're going to have to know what to do. So there's definitely an aspect of communication, not only with the public, being a journalist, but also within your team or your staff.
Character, to me, is being a person of integrity, and that means behind the scenes when nobody's looking, but also when people are looking, and just being an example through your work and your preparation, and through encouraging others.
A lot of the public speaking I've done has been for Straight Up Ventura County, which is a youth prevention advocacy organization. So it started just focused around binge drinking, and it's expanded towards drunk driving, prescription drug abuse is a big thing we do. So we've sort of spread out what we do there, and so I've been sort of the lead youth advocate for that.
I think communicating is a lot about integrating others' concerns into how you're expressing your opinions. I'm a captain of my mock trial team, and it's a team of about 12 girls, and so obviously there's a lot of different opinionated people and different concerns that are on that team, and as a captain it's my responsibility to address everyone's concerns and integrate them in a way that is possible and can be successful for the team. As a leader in speech and debate, I've also done that as well. Communication is also, to me, about effectively arguing and understanding the ideas which you're expressing to the people, because if you're miscommunicating knowledge, it's obviously going to misinform the public, and as a potential communicator, I think it's extremely important to look at this detail.
Commitment to community is sacrifice. There's a lot of things you have to give up to really do something major for your community. For me, I was really interested in the obesity and vitamin D deficiency in my community, so I started this community garden to really promote healthy living and shine light on the different deficiencies that are prevalent in this country. So I had to sacrifice my time and really go out there and start something different and help people live healthier.